One of the real keys to making money from resale rights products is using them properly, particularly PLR products. Now, how to use them is something a lot of people tend to be a little bit confused about. I mean, they look at it and go, what do I do next? What I want to do in this video is talk to you about how you can use those PLR products in order to maximize your revenue. Now, PLR is absolutely fantastic, particularly if the rights are non-transferable. As I mentioned in the previous video, if the rights are non-transferable, that means not very many people have the right PLR rights, which means very few people can edit the product and call it their own. Now, quite often, that's incredibly valuable because that means I can create a unique product from it, and I'm only competing with a handful of other people who have bought the rights. Now, what you have to remember is many people who buy PLR and other products never do anything with them. People who buy non-transferable PLR rights are more likely to do something with it, but whether they can get to the market as quick as you, that's another matter. If you can beat them to the market, you're going to dominate that market and make the most money. So PLR allows you to rapidly create a product for any market. You can literally buy it, turn it around, put your name on it and sell it the same day. Now, obviously, that's not what you want to do if you want maximum revenue, and that's what we're going to talk about in this video. But it literally is that quick and easy for you to create a product. So, as I said, it may take you a week to create a product yourself. It may take your freelancer 2 to 3 weeks to create a product. But whatever, you can create a product from PLR in literally a few hours. It's really that easy. Now, in order to maximize your sales, you're going to have to edit the program that you bought. You're going to have to change it somewhat, and that's really what we're going to talk about. Now, the more you change it, the better. Now, obviously, you've got to change the name. You need to change the graphics, the sales letter, change the book style. I mean, I completely edit them, to be honest. I go through and I read each chapter. I edit the chapter. I add to it. I take bits out. I change all the sentences around so that if somebody buys it, they'll never know it's the same as a similar book. So basically, the more unique you can make it, the better. And the more you add value to it, the better. Now, if you've done some market research and you understand the market that you're aiming at, then what you'll find is you can answer some of the key problems those people face in your product. And that means it has more value to them. And obviously that means you're going to make more sales. Now, many people who buy PLR won't bother rewriting it. Many people won't bother editing it. Many people won't even add anything to it. They'll literally slap their name on the front and sell it as is. So by you creating a unique product from it and editing it and making it your own, you're instantly head and shoulders above the competition. Because let's face it, if I'm going out to buy a product that, I don't know, to lose weight, and I go through, I do my Google searches and I'm looking through, and the top listing, oh, that looks interesting. I go to the second listing. Well, that's the same as the first one. I go to the third one. Well, that's the same as the other one. What's the difference? Well, that one's $47, that one's $7, and that's $17. Instantly, you're going to be a bit confused and put off. But if you then go to the next listing and you see a completely different product and you go, oh, wow, well, that's got all the benefits of the previous ones and more, you're more likely to buy it. If someone sees a lot of the same product, it instantly raises a bit of a red flag in their heads, even on subconscious level, and you find they won't buy. Now, here's my personal rule of thumb when buying PLR products. If you're not going to use it in a month, don't buy it. Don't buy something and think, oh, well, I'll get that because that'll be useful later on. Because do you know what? That later on will never come. It will sit on your hard drive for months and years and years, and eventually you'll look at it and think, well, I don't need that, and delete it. So what I recommend when you're looking at PLR is look at it and think, right, how can I use that? Can I use it within the next 4 weeks? And if you can, then it's worth buying and using it. But if you're not going to, then don't. Simply because you're going to end up with thousands and thousands of products on your hard drive that you paid lots of money for that you're never actually using. Now, non-transferable rights means that the market isn't going to be too saturated with the original product. which is great. It means you're not competing with lots and lots of people to sell that product. But what I'd recommend before you buy PLR from anywhere is check the quality, particularly if they're charging a good price for it. Always check the quality and make sure you're happy with it, because you may find, I mean, I'm not being funny here, some PLR is utter junk. It's badly written, it makes no sense, and I mean, some people will literally copy and paste articles together and say, well, that's PLR, that will do, that's a product. That's not. You know, if it's like that, you're going to have to spend so much time rewriting it that it's pretty much not worth buying. You may as well start from scratch. You want something that is pretty much, you know, ready to go as is, that you don't need to edit or whatever. You can sell it as is if you needed to, but of course you do want to edit it because you want to add value and differentiate yourself from the competition. Now, one thing you need to be aware of is people, you know, PLR membership sites and so on may often just pick a market at random. Yeah, they may say to you, yeah, we do our research, we make sure there's a demand. What sort of demand, they haven't said. So what you need to do is make sure there is actually a demand for the product. Now, you may be seeing a PLR product on, I don't know, how to remove dandelions from your lawn or lawn care or something like that, and you may think, well, I don't know about that. Is it a lucrative market? Go off and do a bit of research the market. If it is, go and buy the product and then to the market and sell it. If it's not, then walk away. You know, don't be fooled when you're reading somebody's copy when they're selling you the PLR and they say it's a hot market with thousands of buyers desperate to get your product. Of course they're going to say that. They want you to buy their product. Always do the research yourself to ensure that there is the demand there. Have a plan, have a process, have a strategy for how to sell the products that you buy for maximum profit. I have a little checklist that I use for PLR products, and I just literally just go through the list and tick off each one when I do it, and at the end of it I've got a unique product that's of high value to my target market. So make sure you have this plan and process in place. It will save you time. But remember, the more value that you add to it, the more valuable it will become to your target market, which means, that's it, more money in your pocket. So the more you edit it and add value, the better it's going to be for you. So how do you make PLR products yourself? Well, firstly, get unique graphics created. Now, if you're anything like me, graphics aren't your forte. You would never ever let me loose on a copy of Photoshop. It would just be frightening, the results, and it would never sell. Hire a professional graphics designer if you need to. If you can do it yourself, then by all means do it yourself. But remember, the graphics are vital. They're what helps influence the sale. You know, when someone comes to your site, you've got 7 seconds, maybe less, to convince them to buy. And they've got to see your graphics, see your headline, and go, oh yeah, that looks good, and stay. So make sure that you get unique graphics done. You can edit the existing ones if you want to. You know, they may provide you with the Photoshop files, the PSDs, in which case you could edit them and change the name. However, the basic graphics are still going to be the same as your competition. So if you've got unique graphics, instantly you're distinguished from your competition. I would definitely recommend rewriting the sales letter completely. The reason being, a lot of PLR products, they'll come with a sales letter and they'll say written by a professional sales copywriter, and what they really mean is written by their 5-year-old daughter. You know, a lot of the time it's not. Some of the sales letters are dreadful. So, you know, if you're good at writing copy, rewrite it. If you're not good, maybe edit it or hire somebody. But again, the more you outsource this, the more it's going to impact your profits, the more costs you're going to have before you have sort of profits coming in. Definitely rewrite the product. Edit it. You want to change it by 50, 60%, possibly even more. Add to it. Add additional chapters. Switch the chapters around if you can, so that it doesn't, as long as it doesn't interrupt the flow and make it hard to understand, swap the chapters around. Rename the chapters. All of this is differentiating your product from the competition. If I've bought, you know, product A called, you know, how to diet in 30 days, and product B called 30 days to a slimmer waist, then great, they're different products as far as I'm concerned. But if I open them up and I find that both got the same table of contents, I'm not going to be very impressed, and I'm probably going to ask for a refund from one or possibly both. I'm not going to get past the table of contents and think, well, obviously they're valuable to me, so change the headings, the titles, change the table of contents, change the look and feel of it, because you want it to be unique and not like the original, so that if somebody has bought the original, they buy yours as well. They're not instantly going to be annoyed that they bought the same product. They're going to believe, and they are going to have actually bought a different product. Personalize it to your own style. Now, PLR authors tend to create, like magnolia products. If you think about it, if you're renting a house out or selling a house, what do? You paint it magnolia. It's bland, it's vanilla, everybody likes it, and everyone can see the potential of it. Now, PLR authors are exactly the same. They don't want to write in their own style, because you may read it and think, oh, I hate that style, I don't want the product. What they will do is they will write in a bland, neutral style, so you need to add your personality to it, whatever persona you have in that market. You also will add value to it in the form of bonuses. So you'll create bonuses, or you'll have other bonuses, or you buy other products in to use as bonuses. All of those are going to add value to the product. The other thing to do is turn it into an audio book or a video course. Both of those will add a lot of value and make it your own. You may even decide, well, I'm not actually going to sell the book, but I will sell a video course based on the book. Absolutely fantastic, absolutely perfect. What I always do with PLR is add extra information. I'll add 2 or 3 extra chapters. I'll add extra information to each chapter based on some other research, latest research, knowledge I have, other PLR products. I mean, one thing I often do is if I'm creating a product in the market, I'll buy 3 or 4 PLR products, and basically what I'll do is I'll put them all together, and out comes a unique product. So they're all obviously different. I won't buy the same one, even the same one with a different name. I'll refund if I do that. But what I will do is I'll buy 3 or 4 different products. You basically put them together, shake it all up, and out comes a unique product. Absolutely fantastic way of doing it. It's really, really easy. But basically, so long as you can answer the questions that the reader has and address the issue that they came to your website with, you're going to make sales and add value. And basically, at the end of the day, make it a great package. Make it a package that you would be happy to sell to your grandmother. And if you do that, then other people will buy it and understand the value behind it. And that's what you want. You want people to buy your product, open it up, and their reaction being, oh wow, and not, oh. The oh reaction gets you refunds. The oh wow reaction gets you loyal followers that buy more products. And that's what you want. If you're buying PLR products and not editing them and not making them your own, yes, you're getting to market quickly, but you're not maximizing your income. Edit the products, make them unique, and you can potentially increase your income significantly. Edit everything, edit as much as you can, change the graphics, the sales letters, the books, add value, add additional information, change the chapter headings in the book, change the order around if you can without disturbing the flow, and there you are. You've got a great product. One thing though with PLR products is make sure if there's any cross references in the book to other chapters that you update those and you make sure that they have the right names. The last thing you want is somebody to be reading your book and it says, please see chapter 2, how to lose weight, for more information. And when they go to chapter 2 is how to stuff yourself silly, for example. You need to make sure that any cross references have been edited and updated. So you do need to go through it with a fairly fine-tooth comb. But if you do that, you're going to end up with a fantastic product that's going to sell well, have a low refund rate, and have a high degree of customer satisfaction.